Hello guys, and welcome to another stream, and today I will be playing WarioWare Mega Micro Games, and Anton Retro is joining me today. I'm really excited about WarioWare Get It Together, and to prepare for the release of that game, I'm playing the original WarioWare game. So, this is actually the first time I've played the original WarioWare game. I've played WarioWare Gold, but I actually haven't really played any other game in the series. I have played WarioWare Touched a little bit, but that's about it. But I have played fully through WarioWare Gold.
I pretty much only played quite a bit of DIY, and that's really it. I think I played the Wii one a little bit, but I haven't gone to the series as much as I'd like, you know. But actually, I think I've played on an emulator or on my R4 card the original WarioWare.
Could you read the comments for me, or the chat for me? Because
Sure.
it's kind of hard to read the chat when I'm playing WarioWare.
We have Devin, Sus, Aiden, and Segan the Pikachu fan. They're saying hello and yeah, welcome to the stream here.
Yeah, I'm actually using the SNES controller that I got, the Bluetooth one, for the Nintendo Switch, and it works really well with the GBA emulator, because it can connect to the PC.
Hey, Card Professor, how's it going?
Hey, Cardfessor.
Yeah,
I know
apparently
you've been getting into the WarioWare series. Oh,
You've seen the. I remember watching a video a long time ago. It was about like the WarioWare, like how they designed this like all these micro games in like the first part of the game, and they are based on like the N64
yeah.
disc system.
At first,
Yeah,
at first, the SNES controller wasn't really working correctly, but now it's actually responding really well with the GBA emulator. I'm not sure what it was. It might have been like some kind of connectivity issue, but it's working really well now. So now I'm gonna play Jimmy T's micro games.
okay. You know, it'd actually be really cool if WarioWare Get It Together actually sells really well. What if they did a WarioWare DIY 2?
That would be really cool. And what if
Yeah,
it's like entirely based on the controls of WarioWare Get It Together? That would be really cool. Like you have the different
yeah.
characters, and what if you can customize your own characters in the game? Like there's like a 3D model editor, and you could basically make your own characters. That would be
They
really
could
cool.
do something like Game Builder Garage, but just for like WarioWare. Like that would be
Yeah,
cool. Like imagine, like, cause that's the thing. The original WarioWare DIY did not have any online connectivity. So what if like you could have it so that we just does random micro games? Like imagine
yeah,
that. That would be so.
that
Cool.
would be really cool.
Yeah, and then they have like they have to bring back Jimmy T's like you know like his song Body Rock. They have to bring that back too. Let's see, Professor says getting WarioWare Get It Together for my 17th birthday is on September 23rd. It's actually 2 days like after mine. So I'm still thinking if I want to get for my birthday if I don't. So
WarioWare Build It Together.
yeah, that'd be pretty cool if they did that for as in like DIY, but you can actually build the level, like your micro games with people.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I'm like, where do they bring WarioWare like next? Where do they take it next? Or unless like we have to wait like another 10 years to get the next entry.
I feel like since we got Gold and then this game, I feel like the next one is gonna be on the next Nintendo console.
Yeah, it seems that they've kind of made an effort to bring the series back and kind of test it out with Gold. But I'm actually
Yeah.
surprised that they never did something on like mobile. I feel like this would have worked really well. Like, there's this game
Yeah.
called Dumb Ways to Die. You know that one?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, so it's pretty much identical to WarioWare, and it's like with touchscreen like controls and stuff. And I feel like that's like that game basically just copied WarioWare, but it would have been really cool to see like a proper WarioWare game.
Yeah, that yeah, it would work really well with the touchscreen.
Yeah. Surprised they never did it. Like instead they decided to do. I mean, Mario Kart works pretty well, and Mario 1, I guess, was more of an experiment to see what would happen. We also have the Pikmin thing as well happening.
Yeah.
So,
With Niantic.
yeah, there was like some screenshots of it, right? But I don't
Yeah.
really know anything since.
Yeah, the screenshots, I think that was a few weeks ago we got those. I think that's supposed to
Yeah.
release this year.
Yeah, like maybe around like maybe in October, maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Or
That is, I think that is the 20th anniversary of Pikmin. So it might release around that time.
Yeah, that would make sense. I'd hope that the game is like something different, because like Minecraft Earth didn't exactly do so well. So it's
Yeah.
like they have to make something that sticks. And when I was playing Minecraft Earth before it shut down a bit, just to kind of see the game again, I realized how badly the like the general gameplay loop was. They didn't really have like there wasn't really much of an incentive to do anything, and like collecting blocks, like I don't know, it doesn't have the same like kind of addictiveness that something like Pokemon Go has.
Yeah, it didn't really have that same feeling. I did like the AR building though.
Yeah, that was very impressive. Like they apparently were trying to do it for a long time. Like first they did there was like a HoloLens.
Oh yeah, the
demo.
HoloLens.
Yeah, and then after that they were kind of sitting on the idea for a long time until they kind of decided to do something on mobile. But I guess the game just hit around I think 500,000 dollars. I think it made that much in like its lifetime, which compared to Pokemon Go is like ridiculously small.
Yeah.
So that kind of explains it. So I'm hoping that like that's the thing. Minecraft's such a big franchise that like I hope Pikmin doesn't do even worse. You know. Like, as long as they can get that gameplay loop, then we'll be fine. But
yeah, it just seems kind of weird that they're making a Pikmin mobile game when we've been waiting so long for Pikmin 4. Like they do everything but Pikmin 4. It seems like.
I don't know. They did Hey Pikmin. They did.
And then the port of 3 Deluxe, even though 3
Yeah.
Deluxe is really good.
Yeah, definitely. I think, but they're gonna announce Pikmin for, like, what's it called? Wii U. They're gonna do like a Wii U version.
Yeah.
Pepper says, we see an Antoinette. Have you guys played Lego Batman the video game for the Wii or the Nintendo DS? I actually have not played.
I have played
Batman games.
Lego Star Wars games.
Yeah, I played the complete saga, and I played Indiana Jones 1 and 2, and I think they're making the remake of they shown it off at Gamescom. It looks pretty impressive. The Lego Star Wars Skywalker saga, so that seems pretty cool.
Back
Yeah,
on
at some point.
Back on the topic of WarioWare, have you seen the Nintendo micro games? Like there's gonna
I haven't seen all of them, but I've seen like obviously you've got like the Splatoon one. That's like the one that everybody been able to play.
Yeah.
But I've seen like there's one from Fire Emblem. There's like a Animal Crossing one.
Yeah, there's actually also a Captain Toad micro game, which looks really cool.
Okay, that's cool. Is there like a Game Boy micro game or something?
They're
Oh,
actually,
no, the Super Mario Land one. Yeah.
yeah,
I forgot. Yeah, I'm really excited to try those out.
yeah. This is one of my most anticipated games of the year. Even more than, I would even say even more than Mario Party or Metroid, because those I mean, for WarioWare, we really haven't gotten like a traditional game since 2006.
Yeah. Yeah, because DIY is a spin-off. Game & Wario is kind of just its own thing. So yeah, definitely. I'm really excited to play. I've heard like a lot of the reviews so far, like pretty positive stuff.
Yeah, there are obviously like a few lower reviews, but I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like the WarioWare series, like not all reviewers really understand the whole point of like all the micro games and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, because some, like, that's the thing, it all depends on the reviewers. Like, with all these
Yeah.
IGN reviews and all this kind of stuff, like, it all depends, like, if the person likes Sonic, then they might be, you know, more
Yeah.
biased towards the franchise. But, like, if someone, like, doesn't like Super Mario, then they're not going to like that game. And sometimes I feel like they pick the worst people to do certain reviews, and I'm just like, I don't know, like, it all depends on the standpoint where someone's coming from. Like, it's always weird.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
I feel like IGN can kind of be like that sometimes, like have very specific views on certain games.
Yeah. Like I remember some of the ones that were a bit weird they did was the Xenoblade Definitive Edition. I mean that one was like hilariously bad because they had like
Yeah.
some problems with how they pronounce certain characters' names. And the Super Mario 3D World one was a bit
Yeah,
weird.
it's weird with plus Bowser's Fury because they rated it lower than the original, which doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, you think like they improve it so much more, and it's kind of funny because like they gave New Super Mario Bros. U a like I think a slightly lower score, or if not like the same, you know, and that didn't really add
Yeah.
much. And then for like Bowser's Fury, which was like a whole new expansion and so many improvements to like the base Super Mario 3D World game with online and stuff like that, and they gave it an even lower score. So to me,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a bit weird when it comes to that reviewing stuff. And if you got like you know, then you got like a really bad game that comes out, but you've got so many reviewers that like praise it like it's like really good.
Yeah, that
Like,
happens a lot of the time.
yeah. Or you got like that one review company, like when Balan Wonderworld came out, there was like that one. It was like one review publication that did like they gave it an 8 out of 10. It was like the highest. They gave it like the highest score out of everyone. And I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know. So this is kind of weird. And even that's another thing I noticed on Metacritic. You see like 3 people will give the game like, you know, really high scores, and then you have 3 people that give the game like a lot worse scores. But then that's the thing, because it's like the averages and stuff, how it's calculated, it ends up
Yeah.
being a like
And-
really low number, you know. So
Then there's also the times where games can get review bombed with user scores.
yeah. And sometimes it makes sense, you know, if
Yeah.
but sometimes it's just like, you know, you should kind of play the game. Like that's the thing. If there's like one controversial aspect of the game, then you know, then there's gonna be a problem. As Carpenter said, do you think the Donkey Kong rumor will be in the September Direct? And I actually don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Like a lot of the rumors came out around like E3, right? Like just before. So I don't know. I mean, it could be real. I think it could, because I haven't done a Donkey Kong thing in a while. So it seems possible, but I'm not 100% like confident after like a lot of people saying that it was gonna happen, and then it kind of just, I don't know. And then again, it could be like a rumor that say was kind of delayed, you know, or like it was the information came out a bit too early, you know, so it depends. But J Play said, I can't believe they added EGAT. I still can't believe they added EGAT to Mario Kart Tour. Wait, is that trolling or?
Yeah, I know they added that I know they added that one kangaroo Yoshi, but I'm not sure. EGAD. I'm not. I think you're just maybe like being sarcastic about how they really don't add EGAD in anything other than
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion.
It would be really cool if they added him to like, I think Mario Kart Tour just should be an easy one for them to do, because since they have the model, right, for like Luigi's Mansion, they can just downscale it or whatever.
Oh
That'd be really
yes,
cool, though.
EGAD, E-Kangaroo, GAD Yoshi.
Yeah, and next they're gonna add like Paper Mario to Mario
You know,
Kart Tour.
I actually really want Paper Mario characters, or Mario and Luigi characters, to be in Mario Kart.
Yeah, that actually be really cool. I remember talking about the idea with someone. They were like, "How's that work?" But then I was like, "Isn't Paper Mario the Origami King do that as well?"
Yeah, because
Like,
in Color Splash and Origami King, Luigi has a cart.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. It makes sense if they
Yeah.
do that. And actually, be really cool. Like, imagine if there's like a paper cart that like
Yeah.
is like a skin, or like
I think
just,
the characters
oh.
I want in from Mario RPGs that I want to see in Mario Kart are obviously like Paper Mario, and then I also want to see Vivian from the Thousand Year Door, and then
That'd be
maybe
cool.
Count Bleck from Super Paper Mario, and then maybe Olivia or Ollie from the Origami King. I think that would be cool if we could see a few characters maybe representing like each game.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. To have like, they don't have any RPG specific characters. I mean,
Yeah.
Nintendo doesn't really like to go that far into like those specific franchises and stuff, you know. So
It would also be cool to see Fawful in Mario Kart from the Mario and Luigi series.
yeah, actually, that's a character that I'm surprised they haven't done more with, right? I don't think they have done much, right? Well, I like this stage in
Yeah, I really like how that
WarioWare.
looks.
The graphics in this game are actually pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Like the art style, they were able to get a really good good one. Let's see. Jeremiah said, last weekend I was playing Mario Golf Super Rush in New Donk City. I hit a hole-in-one the first hole. Yeah, actually, yeah. Mario Golf looks pretty cool. I might get it in the future.
I feel like after they add like some of the updates, it's gonna be a like, cause I actually really like it despite some of its problems.
Yeah, it's, like I'd say it looks really good. I just think, to me, I probably might get it like in this, like a little bit more.
Yeah.
Um,
The New Donk
I
City
mean-
stage is really good, and it's actually my favorite course in the whole series because I really like how it feels and everything. Because it's like a par 3 course, and it actually has 2 separate layouts. So technically, it has 36 holes.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Like, I'm actually surprised they didn't put that in the base game. Like, I guess, because the update came out like a month after, right? The game launched.
Yeah.
So I don't know if, like, I'm surprised they didn't just put that in day one.
Yeah, I really don't like how Nintendo is kind of limiting a lot of content in games, like kind of releasing it after launch. And I feel like it's good that WarioWare seemingly isn't doing that, seeming like probably having all the content at launch.
Yeah, I hope they do add an online mode to, like, a proper online multiplayer to WarioWare go
Yeah.
together.
My
Like,
only
they
my
don't
only
have
problem
it.
with the online multiplayer in that game, or not having it, is if they do add it, it's gonna be really laggy and it's gonna be hard to play the micro games. But if they do have dedicated servers,
Yeah.
I think it would make a lot more sense if they would add it in.
Maybe that's why they didn't do it. I mean, Mario
Yeah.
Party works, but like, again, like if there's one person that has really bad connection, it's gonna go downhill. So
Yeah.
like one time, I remember I played with a bunch of different people, and they had like I think it was even you were streaming it once as well, and I joined to see like because it just launched, and I remember it was really laggy, but I mean I hope
Yeah.
that they improve. I hope that was like a test so they can improve Superstar. So
Yeah. I feel like they are improving some of their servers, but it's probably going to be hard to implement like their online with WarioWare.
yeah,
That's probably why, like, some, like, WarioWare Gold or WarioWare Smooth Moves, which were on consoles with online, didn't have it. Or WarioWare Touch, but that was very early in the DS era. But I don't, like, none of the other games, even on online consoles, had online, so, and the Switch really doesn't have much better online, so,
yeah. I think the game that's pretty much like worked the best with online, which is probably Splatoon, except for like the occasional like disconnections. Like that's overall the game I've kind of noticed it's always really smooth, and also Mario Kart as well.
yeah.
Mario makes one where it's very problematic. When I played that like the first time, it was just like so laggy. I'm actually surprised that Mario 35 worked as well as it did.
Yeah. Because, and it's too bad that they shut that game down.
Yeah, that's really weird. I actually don't know what. Like, they basically just devalued their service. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you'd think that they'd want to, offer more. I mean, they did put the Pac-Man 99 game, so
Yeah.
I guess that's something. I mean, I don't think personally. I don't think it's a best replacement. I'd rather. I thought the Mario 35 was a lot better. But although Game Boy Online would be really cool as a supplementary thing. I think it'd be pretty cool to have.
I like this boss.
Oh, that's cool. It's like
Yeah.
reminds me of this game on the Game Boy called Solar Striker. Pretty cool. If they add Wario Land 1, 2, and 3 on the Switch Online, I'm just gonna be playing them one after the other, like back to back. And I guess yeah, we're gonna have a Nintendo Direct next week.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, it would make sense that they wouldn't want to like kind of devalue WarioWare, right?
Yeah. Well, I feel like it's more because of that PlayStation event, and Nintendo usually doesn't do events on the same day as, like, other things.
Yeah. Like, and that's the thing, probably, like, because Nintendo doesn't have anything coming out next week, right?
Yeah, the only thing is Cruise and Blast, which, even though Nintendo technically, has some of the licensing for that game, it's not being published by Nintendo, so...
Yeah. Yeah, but that's probably...
I think that's
like,
really...
yeah,
Yeah, I think it's really
Yeah.
cool that they're putting, like, that game on the Switch, because I would actually like to see more, arcade games on the Switch, like Mario Kart Arcade GP.
Yeah, that'd be really cool if they did, I'm not sure if they'd put the 1 and 2, but it'd be pretty cool if they did, Arcade GP, like, DX.
Yeah,
That'd be neat.
like, if... I think either, like, separate releases, or if they released it on the eShop, I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd actually be really neat. I would like like there's this like some arcade games, like the thing like would they bring them over, but that'd be actually really neat if they did
Yeah, Mario Kart Arcade GP Collection would be really cool.
you know, they did the like if for example they did the first game and second game, and then they put DX separately. You know what I mean? Like a collection that has both of the original games. Yeah, that'd be neat.
It would also be cool to see Pac-Man in like an actual console Mario Kart game.
Yeah, because those games were developed by Bandai Namco. I mean, at least it's pretty cool that you can play those games on like emulators, and even if you, what I've done is I have on my Wii, on my USB loader, I have them with like widescreen and everything, so that way they actually like look really good and they're like convenient to play. So at least they're like accessible still in some way.
I recognize a lot of these micro games from WarioWare Gold because they revamped most of the micro games. Most of the micro games in that game were actually like kind of remade micro games.
So, yeah, I mean they probably would like take ideas, right?
Yeah, WarioWare Gold is kind of like the best of WarioWare.
Yeah,
Kind of like Mario Party Superstars. Oh yeah, a lot of WarioWare games are, especially WarioWare Gold.
And Game & Wario is so expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's not expensive, but I guess it's becoming more and more of a collector's item. It's good. It's kind of interesting. Although a lot of Wii U games are quite, like, they're quite cheap.
Yeah.
The ones I've noticed gone up a bit are like 3DS games. I noticed a lot of them actually even more than like store like price to buy like a 3DS game brand new.
Yeah. Oh, Devin said Mario Land 1 in the style of Link's Awakening remake. My idea is Mario Land 1 and 2, but I think that would be really cool to see it in the Link's Awakening style.
Yeah. Cause like there's a few ROM hacks and stuff of Mario Land 1. Like there's a color one which actually has like a really cool like art style to it. And then there's like the Super Nintendo one that was like it's like a custom, fully from the ground up game. It's really good. So it'd be cool to see like ones in like the style of those with Mario Land 2. That'd be pretty neat to see like a Mario Land collection or something.
Yeah.
Then imagine if they did the same for like Wario Land, and they did the first one, a second one, third one. Although like, I guess the problem with the first one is that it's so different from the other two.
Yeah.
That they'd have to like, they'd have to change, like they'd have to make it its own game, because like, they wouldn't have to make, they wouldn't pretty much be reusing the same engine, right?
Yeah.
Like with same with the Virtual Boy one. The Virtual Boy one and the Game Boy one are pretty much similar in terms of style. And then you've got the other two, Wario Land 2 and 3, which are like kind of in the same like style, in that they don't have like the boxes, like question mark boxes, and they don't have like traditional power-ups, right? So
Kartfester says, I have a Mario Kart Wii ROM hack, called Mario Kart Black.
I've never heard of that one. The only one I've heard of is pretty much CTGPR, and that's pretty much it. CTGPR is a really fun one to play, like random courses.
Yeah.
Although online, it's, if you play online with Wi-Fi and that, it's a lot of tryhards in that. You get a lot of like the same like kart combo and stuff.
This boss micro game's pretty long.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's like its own game.
Yeah. I think it would be cool. I'm not sure if this is like an actual side mini game because some of the micro games were made in the side mini games, and
Yeah. It's actually like WarioWare is actually a pretty big project for the back then.
Yeah.
They basically have to make completely different games. Like to have their own physics, their own like graphics. It's actually really impressive. They were able to do that. Then you've also got WarioWare Twisted. That one has gone up so much in prices. It's pretty hard to find now. That one seems pretty cool. I'd like to try it. Like original hardware or something.
Yeah.
Professor says, Reese, if you want to see gameplay from me, let me know. I bet you will laugh at it. Toad's Factory is the Coca-Cola factory.
That's
Is
random.
it like a texture swap, or is it like a completely original course?
I like how the double characters in WarioWare get it together, kind of control from one side, and then if like there's multiple people playing, like kind of like Cat and Anna in Dribble and Spits, they basically kind of one character plays one way and then the other character goes another direction, but they do the same thing, and it depends on who controls them, like the first player or the second player.
That's cool. Yeah, it's definitely probably a really fun game to play with like friends, but like, I guess the online portion, the fact that it doesn't exist, kind of, isn't that great. But
yeah, like at least you have a leaderboard.
Yeah, until people like hack it.
Yeah.
And then we see like 9,999. So I actually really like how in WarioWare, there's like it's like a Windows XP.
Yeah. I actually made
Like
the
menus.
I actually made a background that's on Twitter that's based on Windows XP.
Oh, that's cool. It's really interesting that they went with that kind of style, and they took reference of it.
This cutscene is pretty impressive for the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah. I mean, in general, like this game it has such a like unique like kind of art style. And actually, like that's what the thing is nice about like pixel art games. They always age really well. And like they're pretty much, except for the aspect ratio, they look just as great as like modern games. Let's see.
WarioWare is just so random. Like, there's always like something completely random happening in the game.
Yeah.
Like right now, Mona has these like animals that are coming out of her scooter for some reason.
Yeah, I've seen this custom before. It's pretty strange. It's like, why does she have animals in her scooter? That's the first question among many.
And they're why are they just randomly throwing stuff out there? Like, I mean, it's just kind of weird how they're trying to take the police down.
Yeah. I don't like that's the thing about WarioWare. It's like it's just completely random stuff that just happens.
Yeah.
But let's see. The professor said it'd be cool to have another Mii sports game. That'd be actually really neat. I mean, I
Yeah.
can see them doing that. Like we have the like Big Brain Academy coming out. So
There's actually, speaking of Big Brain Academy, there's actually a Big Brain Academy microgame and WarioWare get it together.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah,
direct marketing.
WarioWare Twisted before WarioWare Twisted, because there was like a microgame that kind of controlled like WarioWare Twisted with the but instead you used the D-pad.
Ah. Yeah. I guess they must have had that idea pretty much before. Yeah, actually, it'd be really cool to see like more kind of that Wii casual era games, because it seems that, like they're really trying to kind of catch that same crowd again with Big Brain Academy. And it's pretty interesting because it's like I kind of never expected that franchise to come back. I thought it was like
I feel like Nintendo's bringing a lot of franchises back.
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much got Metroid. That they brought back. They brought back Mii games with like Miitopia.
Yeah.
They were like pushing Mii's a lot this year with the Mario Golf Super Rush. Although we just don't have Mii's inside like Big Brain Academy, which I found kind of different.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a reason. Maybe they want to make it, the game more unique, or like kind of a different style. Because that's the thing, at least Mii's are back, and we might get a Tomodachi Life or something, so that would kind of be a good Mii title. Yeah, I mean, Nintendo's trying to really bring back a lot of franchises that are just kind of not doing much. And it's really cool to see that, because like they pretty much got all the big franchises on the Switch right now.
Yeah, and then I feel like in the first few years they brought like a lot of bigger franchises, and now they're doing kind of the more dormant franchises.
Yeah. And then they're also doing like sequels to like those big games as well. But
like Breath of the Wild 2 and Splatoon 3 and possibly Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Yeah, that I'm very, very excited to see what it would be like. Cause I liked all 3 games, and to have like a new entry would be really neat. So that franchise is super underrated. And then you also got like Kirby. Kirby is the one I'm interested to see what they're going to do with next. And I have a feeling that HAL Laboratory will do something this year, because the last year they did Kirby Fighters 2.
Yeah.
And then they also did Part-Time UFO, and then the year before that they did Super Kirby Clash. So it kind of lines up. Maybe they were going to show something, but if they don't, they might show it early next year. Right, and that's the thing, like, in terms of, like, predicting what would happen at this possible next Nintendo Direct, it'd have to make sense, because they'd have to showcase what their plans are for next year.
Yeah.
But they have already so much stuff announced for next year that they kind of have to make sure that they save stuff for a possible February Direct as well.
Yeah, I feel like, usually there are, like, a couple games revealed in the September Direct, but the February Direct is more, going into the summer, kind of. But, like, and then the Fall Directs are more, kind of early spring, late winter.
Well, I'm honestly kind of... what happened to, Fall Guys on Switch?
I think that was delayed, but that's still gonna, come sometime soon.
Yeah, that one's weird. I didn't expect it to, like, be delayed this much. Apparently they're trying to get, like, crossplay implemented, and that's why it's taking so long, but I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like, I feel like they should have at least kind of anticipated a delay. So, that's kind of strange.
A Kirby Superstar type game, with the current art style would be cool. I'm just really hoping for a 3D Kirby.
Yeah, I think they just need to do something very different with Kirby. They've kind of been sticking to the same style for a really long
Yeah.
time.
It really
But I feel
hasn't
like,
innovated at all.
yeah, like Star Allies seems like more of a test than anything to see how well they could make a game in HD. And that's what I think its entire purpose was.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what like a test, you know?
I'm kind of surprised that there wasn't a main series game on Wii U. Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense since the Wii U failed, but I'm kind of surprised it wasn't like developed like Star Allies could have originally been for Wii U, but then they pushed it over to the Switch.
Yeah, true. Since it came out in 2018, early
Yeah.
2018, and they showed gameplay in 2017. So, yeah, they could have been developing it like earlier on, and then. Yeah, I'd like to play more of Triple Deluxe, and I haven't played Robobot, but I've heard really good things about that game.
So, I obviously haven't spoiled the game for myself. The only thing I've really seen is some of the music, the Nintendo microgames, and just a couple clips of the game from the reviews of like Nintendo Life and Game Explain and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But like the transitions or the intermissions in the game look really good. Like from what I've seen of them. Like I've seen a couple clips of the intermissions, like the things in between microgames. But they look really good.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those. I kind of wanted to go in the game like fresh in terms of like the cutscenes and all that stuff.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the cutscenes, which I'm waiting until the game comes out to see the cutscenes because I really don't want to get spoiled.
Yeah. Although I've heard like a bit about like, and I mean even if it is in the demo, like Charles Martinet didn't have that much. Like,
Yeah,
thing.
one thing that I'm hoping is that I'm not sure if this is entirely likely, but I really hope they patch them in like at launch because I heard the things about Charles Martinet not having that many voice clips.
Yeah.
But I heard well, it seemed like from the demo that the other characters were fully voice acted.
Yeah, that's a bit weird. Maybe they couldn't get him to do all the voices.
Yeah,
Or something.
well, it's weird because like in the trailers they had him fully voice acted with Charles Martinet.
Yeah,
That's why I think they might patch it in. It might be some kind of weird thing where he had to get in the line. Maybe he got the audio in late, or something like that. So they have to patch it in at launch or something like that, or add it in an update because they've done that. Like they updated the Mario Tennis Aces cutscene, even though that wasn't very good. But
yeah, that was weird.
it can at least at least that tells that they could add stuff in like that after launch. So they might maybe like at launch and like do you know those do you know like the updates that they usually have like on launch day, the patch in some things?
Yeah, they always pretty much usually have those.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they
game.
add the Charles Martinet voice clips into that.
Yeah, it's really strange because like why did they go through all the effort of voicing in like the trailers and then not voice the actual game since Gold was fully voiced as well? I don't know. Yeah, that's actually a really good possibility that like they had those trailers done such a long time ago and then they just couldn't get the rest of the voicing in. That's the thing, yeah, all the other characters are fully voiced.
Yeah, or it could have been the opposite, where it was like the trailers were done like really recently, like just a couple months ago, and they just had the and the voice clips could actually possibly be somewhere, but they just had to patch them in. I think that's kind of my theory on it, because it seems really weird that that are not in the game and everything. But I'm kind of glad that they do have the other voice actors in the game, because because they did a really good job in WarioWare Gold, and it seems like they have the same voice actors from that game.
Yeah, from like that first cutscene, it seemed that they had all of that. I mean that's pretty much what like even if Wario's not voiced, like at least they're all voiced as well, you know?
Yeah.
Cause like it would be kind of awkward if they just all had like one dialogue, just like one like, you know, like one little voice clip, just like Wario does.
Yeah. And I heard that Wario does have some voice clips, but it's just kind of weird. Like,
Yeah.
it definitely seems like they're probably gonna add it in later. It might be like a weird thing with that.
Yeah, because also from a marketing standpoint, if you put all the dialogue into like the trailers, right, and make them fully voiced, people are gonna kind of expect that from the actual game.
Yeah.
You know. So that is kind of weird. And it's like it's kind of funny because it's like they went all to that trouble then to do the.
Oh yeah, these are the
DS
Nintendo
one.
Microgames.
Oh yeah, that was really cool. All the GameCubes, the Game Boy Advance. Got the Super Scope in the background and everything.
These actually look really faithful to the original game, even for the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah. Like even F-Zero is quite impressive because I had to just make it like a Mode 7 game. I know there's like F-Zero already on the Game Boy
Yeah.
Advance.
I think
yeah, even,
the
like,
Game Boy Advance automatically has that feature built in.
Yeah. But like the thing, like each micro game is like a completely different like engine.
Yeah.
And even the Donkey Kong one was pretty cool. Like that. I like that one. I also like the
Oh, I think that one was based on the Color
Like-
TV game.
yeah. Like you can tell they. put a
Oh,
lot of
there's
effort
Mario
into it.
Clash from the Virtual Boy. That's really cool.
Yeah,
That's also in
pretty
WarioWare
cool.
Gold.
It's really interesting that they were able to. Yeah, I wonder what that like the main game on the Game Boy is supposed to be though. The one that like 9-volt is in. Is it like supposed to be like? It looks more like Final Fantasy Legend or something.
Yeah. I think it's supposed to represent any kind of RPG.
Yeah, so I was thinking maybe Final Fantasy Legend or like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the closest it looks to.
It does, the sound effect does kind of sound similar to Earthbound. Or I guess the Mother series, cuz Mother 1 had a similar
yeah.
sound effect.
Yeah, I like the Ultra
Yeah,
hand game. It's pretty neat.
this baseball minigame is in WarioWare Gold, but it's like 3D.
Oh. Like how Mario appears in it.
And you know, the WarioWare Gold version doesn't even have Mario in it for some reason.
Oh, no.
It just,
That's weird.
yeah.
Maybe they were like, no, Mario's not gonna be in this. Like an auto mission, but.
You know, oh, the GBA SP is here. Yeah, this came out right around the time the Game Boy Advance SP came out.
Yeah.
Because it's actually showing it coming out in this game.
Yeah, in the cutscenes, right? It's just like the new.
Yeah. You know, what's kind of weird? The artwork for 9-volt in, Mega Microgames kind of reminds me of Stewie from Family Guy, like the artwork.
Yeah, his design like is really different. I mean, all the
Yeah.
character designs are like in their very early stages, so they kind of look a bit different. They definitely come a long way in terms of their like design.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how everyone camps out at like the club sugar, and as you play all the micro game. That's a pretty cool thing.
So I'm gonna try Mona's micro games a couple more times, and then I'm gonna end the stream.
All right.
The only problem with these micro games is that they're timed, which is kind of hard for like an emulator.
Yeah.
That's why in Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door it was a little harder to pull off stylish moves and super guarding in an emulator, at least for me.
Yeah. Yeah, the stylish moves are always really I was saying that was like such a cool idea to put in Paper
Yeah.
Mario. It works so well.
Also, how do you like my WarioWare mascot?
Oh yeah. I probably couldn't draw it as well as that, but
That's actually my brother who drew that. He actually draws most of the things for my channel, and he does a really good job.
yeah, I kind of struggle with drawing like characters and stuff. Like I've tried doing stuff in like Illustrator, for like character designs and stuff, and yeah, I can't really do it as like in depth. I don't know. I'm not too good at like characters, but I might do everything else like backgrounds and Photoshop stuff as well. So that's kind of
Yeah.
little stuff I do.
And you know, one thing I've noticed about the game, even though it's the first WarioWare game, it still feels like all the other games.
Yeah, the
Like-
series has been really like faithful. Like,
Yeah.
Like it hasn't evolved in such a way where they changed like the game. Like
Yeah, like all the intermissions seem like they don't really seem basic at all. They do seem as in depth as the other games.
yeah. Yeah, definitely. I should probably play a few of them before go just to get an idea.
Yeah, I got WarioWare Gold a couple months ago, and I played through that game, and I'm trying the 100% it. It's really fun.
You've heard a lot of good things about that. If I ever happen to see it, I might take it up.
Yeah, it's going up in price.
Yeah, I haven't like I've been like to a game store. I think it was like a few game stores and pawn shops. Is pretty much where I usually go
Yeah.
every so often, and the only things I pretty much buy are like Game Boy games. That is pretty much what I mainly collect. But like in terms of other stuff, it's way too expensive, or I just don't really want to focus on it. You know?
Is that the same ba as New Soup? I know that ba sound effect is in Super Mario 64.
Oh. Yeah, I like that. All like the weird art styles.
Yeah.
That's such like a unique aspect. Do you? Maybe do you collect like any games and stuff as well?
Oh yeah, I have like a collection. I actually have so far. Are you talking about like game collecting, kind of like with retro games?
Yeah, yeah. Like,
Oh yeah,
what
I have.
things, like, you focus
I
on?
have right now I have NES, SNES, Nintendo 64. Actually, all the consoles except the Virtual Boy. But I have
Yeah, I
at least a
understand
few
Virtual
games
Boy.
for each console. But right now I have like a couple hundred games in my collection, and I'm kind of building it.
Yeah. Yeah, same. Like I think for me, like I started a few years ago,
Yeah.
in like 2000 and like I first started in 2016. We just had like a few games, and that was it. And some occasional like a few Wii games as well that I played. But it wasn't until like 2017, 18 where we just
Yeah, that's around the time I started too. But I've been doing it even more, like, this year and last year.
yeah, it all depends on like the places you can find, like garage sales or like pawn shops, or you know, like it all depends. I personally go to the pawn shops to find stuff because you can always find like weird pricing with stuff they have. Since they don't really look too much at price sometimes, and like sometimes by accident they might put something so low in value, and then I'll be like, I'll just buy it because I feel like it's worth it. But sometimes you find like some really good stuff at those places. Thrift stores you don't really see that much anymore though.
This boss micro game is pretty hard in an emulator, or at least with my controller in the emulator, because it's just like it's the one where you have to pound a nail in, like, exactly. So
yeah, that one's challenging. Cause like you have to get like the timing correctly.
On the 3DS, it's pretty easy though, because like it's pretty easy to time everything on like the two screens.
Yeah.
Where the buttons are a little more exact.
Is the emulator like slightly? You said it's like slightly off, right?
Yeah, it's like, I feel like in an emulator it's slightly off, but playing the remade 3DS version, it kind of feels a lot better.
Yeah.
Especially because there's less travel with the buttons on the 3DS.
Yeah, because like they're more like clicky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the 2DS has like softer buttons, and then like the 3DS has like more clicky buttons.
I actually have the a 3DS from 2012. So it's one of it's like one of the original models.
I have the original one. It's like the first one, the first regular Nintendo 3DS, and I've got the XL, and then the 2DS. I currently don't have the 2DS XL, the new Nintendo 3DS, and Nintendo 3DS XL. So I don't have like the new ones, and those are like literally the only Nintendo handhelds I'm missing. Well, except for the Pokemon Mini, but that's kind of obscure.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna end the stream now. So I'm really excited to play WarioWare Get It Together on Friday. It's one of my most anticipated games of the year, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'll be doing a stream, and you're welcome to join me. And Demeech is hoping to join me then too. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this stream. Make sure to subscribe to Anton Retro, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And make sure to check out my Discord server and Twitter if you want to.